What's going on, everybody? Welcome to today's video. My name is Matt and this is Patriot Comics. I just purchased a smaller collection from a friend of a friend and I got an awesome deal. And it was only about 2 short boxes worth of comics, but the majority of these books are actually keys and minor keys and just a lot of really cool stuff. So let's take a quick look at the 2 short boxes and then we'll go through some of the more notable books that were in this small collection. Let's take a look. So here are the 2 short boxes that I purchased from this. It was a friend of a friend, and they just wanted to get rid of these books. They no longer collected comics. I'm not really sure the entire story of, what kind of collector they were, but they seem to have some really cool titles in here. There's all different stuff. It's extremely random. There are some more modern books. There's some bronze and some copper age books as well. A handful of keys and full runs. Really cool. There's a whole bunch of Master of Kung Fu Shang-Chi books. Almost an entire run from like issue number 28 or so through the final issue. There's some X-Men, there's some Conan here, some random Marvel books, a lot of like 90s number ones, all different stuff in here, Silver Surfer, some random like horror books, some indie books, a lot of Image, a couple Spawn books. I mean, this was all over the place. As far as a collection goes, really interesting, but really cool. And they wanted next to nothing for these books, especially since some of these are worth, $5, $10, $20. And there's a handful of books in here that are worth $50, $60, $80, up to $100 for that one particular book. So I think I did really good, considering it's just a very small collection. Only about 225 books here. And I got a great deal. We'll talk about that in just a moment. But let me pull out some of the bigger keys, some of the more notable books, and we'll take a look at those. And the best thing about these books is most of these are in very high grade, really nice condition. They all have white pages, really good looking books. There were a handful here, like you see. This is almost an entire run of Master of Kung Fu. And I still need to get bags and boards for these ones. I did re-bag and board a handful of these just to, make them a little bit nicer and preserve them a little bit better. But there's some great books in here. I'm really excited to show you. Let's take a look at some of the better books. All right, so as I mentioned, there was a big run of Master of Kung Fu books. It started with issue number 29 and went all the way to the final issue, which is this one here, issue 125. It's a newsstand, and that is the final issue. Also, here is another key in that run, issue 115, the first appearance of Death Dealer. Issue number 110, the first appearance of Ghost Maker. Issue number 107. This is the first appearance of Dark Angel and Sata. And this is a cool little key here. This one's worth like probably 25 bucks or so. This is issue 105. This is the first appearance of the second and third Razor Fist. We have issue number 98, the first appearance of Shadow Slasher. Pretty cool. And let's see here, the first appearance of Super Midnight, issue 96, and that really cool blue cover. The first appearance of Agent Sin in issue 94. And the first appearance of Zaran, the Weapons Master, in issue 77. The first appearance of Kogar in issue 63. The first appearance of Skull Crusher in issue 61. The first appearance of Shaka Khan in issue 48. And the first appearance of Bolo and Kimba in issue 44. The first appearance of Shockwave in issue 42. The first appearance of James Larner in issue 40. The first appearance of the Cat in issue 38. The first appearance of Dark Strider in issue 37. The first appearance of Mordillo and the first appearance of Lyco Wu in issue 33. The first appearance of Pavane in issue 31. And then the big book, probably the most expensive book that I found in this small collection, which I'm really excited that I found it, is issue 29, the first appearance of Razor Fist, which we saw in the MCU, in the Shang-Chi movie, and just a really cool book. It's in really nice condition, pretty high grade. It's got like maybe one little spine tick there, a little tiny, actually there's not even that much going on. Really, really nice looking book. First appearance of Razor Fist. I thought this was awesome. It had every issue from 29 through the final issue 125. Really nice, and all of those keys were in that run. All right, let's take a look at some of the other key books. All right, so a couple more notable books here. We had the first appearance, or the first full appearance of Bishop in Uncanny X-Men 283. It's in a direct edition. Really high grade. Always awesome to see the first appearance of Bishop. And not only one copy, but they had 2 copies in there for whatever reason. So that's awesome. I'm a huge fan of Bishop. Really excited to have a couple more copies. And then there was a couple random Amazing Spider-Man books. They're not key books, but pretty cool. Issue 242, issue 300, or I'm sorry, issue 330 in a newsstand, and then issue 331. Here's a random Web of Spider-Man 95. Amazing Spider-Man 355 with Moon Knight and Punisher, and issue 358. Couple random Spider-Man books. That's all they had as far as Spider-Man goes. Not a key, but just a cool book. A nice little Bronze Age Doctor Strange, issue 29. Really cool cover there. And then this was a nice find here, especially because I love Man-Thing. Volume 2, number 1, Man-Thing. Really cool. Origin of Man-Thing. The story retold. This is the first issue of Volume 2, and it's in really high grade, and it's a newsstand. Pretty awesome. This was a cool find as well. The Marvel Masterpieces. Really awesome comic with the full color prints inside of all the Marvel Masterpiece art. Really, really beautiful depictions of all the different Marvel characters. I was a huge fan of this trading card series back in the day, and the comic book is awesome to have because it gives a full, comic size depictions of the Marvel Masterpiece art. Really, really cool. Also, Warlock Chronicles #1. A lot of like 90s #1 kind of gimmick books. Just a fun foil cover. This one, Wolverine with the die-cut cover, issue number 50, the first appearance of Shiva. And also the first appearance of Tiger Wilde and the first appearance of Doom 2099 in another cool foil gimmicky type cover. Doom 2099 issue number 1. And then, of course, Spectacular Spider-Man issue number 200. First appearance of Harry Osborn's Green Goblin. Awesome foil cover. And then just another random book. Here's a little minor key, Marvel Spotlight. This is the first appearance of the 4th Captain Universe in issue number 11. Let's grab a couple other books and see what we got here. There's all different random stuff. Really cool collection. All right, so we'll go through these quick. Just a couple random modern and 90s books. Hulk number 3, pretty cool cover. Here's another cool foil type cover. X-Men Alpha number 1, the first appearance of X-Men Alpha. Another random Bronze Age book here. We have Masters of the Universe number 3. Pretty cool. This is a Ron Wilson cover art and depicting Hordak's Slime Pit, which was like the 1985 Motu toy that they came out with. I thought that was pretty cool. Also, issues number 2 and issue number 1 of Marvel's T2 Terminator Judgment Day. This is like a printing of the movie, and this is the issue number 1, which is the first appearance of Sarah Connor in a comic book. Kind of cool. And then a bunch of like random number 1s. We have Super Soldiers number 1. We have Secret Defenders number 1. That's a pretty cool cover. Midnight Suns Unlimited, issue number 2. We have the Eternals giant-sized issue number 1. We have the New Warriors issue number 40. Really cool Nova like foil cover, and also Nova number 1 with another cool foil. We have Cable number 1. You know, all these like classic foil covers from the 90s. Iron Man 290. And also Sabretooth. This is a really cool looking cover. We also have Blaze number 1. Thought that was kind of cool. And then just a random special edition New Mutants number 1. And, you know, pretty cool. We also have Doctor Strange and the Sorcerer Supreme number 1. I think that's a key for something. I can't remember off the top of my head. And then this is really cool. This has a $25 price tag on it. This is Fantastic Four number 32 variant. Wedding of Doctor Doom. Really cool variant cover. And, you know, I couldn't find a lot of information on this. I didn't do too much research, but it has a $25 sticker on there. So that must be a pretty cool exclusive variant. I think it's like a 1 in 25 variant. We also have a handful of other like random modern books here. But actually, here's some Spawn. We have Spawn number 5 and Spawn number 7. Really cool. And then Violator number 1. And then some random books here. We have Topps Mars Attacks High School. Really cool cover there. Also Mars Attacks from Topps Comics, issue number 3. We got Frank, issue number 3. Pretty cool Frankenstein book there. And then I have a couple really cool variants. Crossover from Image Comics, number 1. And this is an homage to the Walking Dead number 1 cover. That is super cool. That has a $30 price tag on it. It's pretty crazy. Here's another variant cover from Donny Cates, Jeff Shaw, crossover number 1. That has a $20 price tag on it as well. This is another Jeff Shaw variant, a Virgin variant for crossover number 2. And this is a John J. Hill variant cover of crossover number 2. And then a Virgin sketch variant of crossover number 4. Really cool. You know, just very random books in this collection. Really excited about finding all these. Let's see, what else do we got? We have The Real Ghostbusters 26. Kind of an interesting book there. And of course, can't have a collection of gimmick covers without Turok number 1. Also got Dark Horse Comics Conan number 1. We have Injustice Gods Among Us number 1. How about Madman Comics number 1? Kind of random. We got Dark Horse X number 1. Classic cover there. We got a Dynamite Comics Vampirella number 0. Also, we have Frank Miller's Sin City, A Dame to Kill For number 1. First mini-series of Sin City. We got some TMNT from IDW. This has a $10 price tag on it. Issue 116. We got Savage Dragon number 10. Classic cover there. We got Jupiter's Legacy Jupiter's Legacy 2, issue number 1. I guess that's maybe a sketch variant cover. I'm not sure. This was a cool find. How about I Hate Fairyland? Scotty Young's little series from Image Comics. Awesome cover. And you gotta love Scotty Young. There's a couple random Harley Quinn books. Let's see. Issue number 63. From the Year of the Villain. Issue number 65. Issue number 66. Couple random DC books. Part 1 of 3, The Many Deaths of Batman, issue 433. And then The Untold Legend of Batman, issue number 1. Got some random books here. We got Captain Carrot number 12 and Captain Carrot number 11. Here's a random DC book. Here's Champion Sports number 3. All right, and then I got a big stack of Green Lantern books, which I can't wait to show you. Stay tuned for that. All right, so there was a big run of Green Lantern books, but let's take a look at this one. There's Green Arrow number 1, that first solo title book for Green Arrow. It's a little mini-series, 4 issues. This is issue number 1. It's also the origin of Speedy, and it's in a newsstand. All right, so we have, this is a really awesome key for Green Lantern, issue 141, the first appearance of the Omega Men. Really awesome to find that one. And then we got issue 147, not a key. The first appearance of Salak in issue 149. And 154. 172. So it does skip around, but then it kind of goes in order, starting with this one, 181. And then 182, the big book here, or kind of a little bit bigger book, where John Stewart becomes Green Lantern. So pretty awesome. It's in really nice condition. That's like a $25, $30 book. And then Green Lantern 183, cool John Stewart cover. And then the origin of John Stewart in issue 185, another awesome cover. And then 186 and 187. And then we got the first appearance of Mogo, the living planet that is a Green Lantern, issue 188, cool John Stewart cover. That's it's like a $10 or $12 book. And then issue 189, issue 190, issue 191, the origin of Star Sapphire in issue 192. That's like another minor key. Love this cover in issue 193. Really awesome. John Stewart and Hal Jordan on that planet there. And then, of course, the classic battle between Hal Jordan and John Stewart in issue 194. Another little key there. Little minor key. And then a little bit bigger book here is Guy Gardner as the Green Lantern, issue 195. And then, let's see here. All right, we're almost through these. All right, let me move these out of the way. And let's keep going with issue 196, issue 198. So it looks like we're missing 197. And then this was an awesome find. You probably know what's coming next if you know your Green Lantern books. The issue 201, the first appearance of Kilowog. It's in pretty nice condition. It's got a couple little mini creases on the spine, but not too bad at all. This is like a $60 book. Really nice to find that. That was one of the better keys in this collection as well. And then we got issue 202, issue 203, and then issue 205. And then we got the first appearance of Rocket Red in Green Lantern Corps 208. Also a cool variant cover for Green Lantern number 1. This has a $30 price tag on it. That's crazy. It must be maybe a 1 in 25 variant, something like that. Just a couple other random books. Teen Titans 75. And then last of this little collection here is Superman, Man of Steel, number 19. The first full Doomsday revealed in this comic here without all his costume on. A really, really cool book here. Great cover. This is like a $20 book, maybe 25, and not only one copy, but 2 copies. So, awesome collection. As you see, there was a whole bunch of random stuff. I mean, DC, Image Comics, Dark Horse Comics, Marvel Comics. I mean, all over the place. There was older books. There was newer books. There was Copper Age. There was, even more modern books. I mean, all different random stuff. Really cool variant covers. A lot of cool collectible stuff. And this person wanted 75 cents per comic. That's what, first they asked for $1 per comic. And, you know, I was just kind of looking through. I didn't really go through thoroughly. I was just kind of flipping through, and I saw there was just a lot of random stuff. And there was 225 comics. And I said, you know, how about 170 bucks? You know, make it 75 cents a comic. And they were more than happy with that. Honestly, I think they probably would have took less. They probably would have took $100 for everything. This person wasn't really into comics at all anymore, and they weren't really a big collector. I think they were just kind of buying random stuff over the years, or maybe they inherited these. To be honest, I don't know the exact story, but you know, we came to an agreement of 75 cents per book. I spent 170 bucks. And I think we did really good. They were extremely happy with that price. And, you know, now I got a great deal. A handful of these books are definitely going just in my personal collection. And also, I'll be selling these on my new Whatnot channel. So definitely check that out. My first live will be coming soon. And, you know, I'm going to have a lot of these books up for sale starting at $1. So you can't beat that. All right, so that's the video for today. I think we got on long enough, but I was really excited about picking up this small collection. Like I said, 225 books or so. Spent about $170, about 75 cents each per book. And there's a whole bunch of random keys in here, some better books, and a lot of filler, and just all different cool random stuff. So that's the video for today. I hope you enjoyed checking out everything I picked up in this collection. If you enjoyed today's video, smash that like button, and please subscribe to the channel so you can see more videos just like this, and don't forget to ring the notification bell so you can see when I upload my next video. And as always, I'll see you on the next one.